right, everyone, let's start with the quick revision of SAE 3420. Again, an assurance engagement है. Assurance engagement में आपको assurance reasonable ही देना पड़ता है. And so please ensure that you are obtaining sufficient and appropriate evidences whenever you are giving an assurance. ठीक है, assurance हम यहाँ पर reasonable assurance की ही बात कर रहे हैं. But reasonable assurance किस चीज पे देना है? On the compilation of pro forma financial information done by the responsible party. Correct? What is pro forma financial information? It is a financial information which is shown together with the adjustment. Which adjustment? To illustrate the impact of certain event and transaction on unadjusted financial information as if that event or transaction has already occurred on an earlier date selected for the purpose of this illustration. राइट व्हाट इज द इक्वेशन आई हैव टोल्ड यू. एक अनएडजस्टेड फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन होगा जिसके ऊपर एंटिटी प्रोफार्मा एडजस्टमेंट करेगी ऑफ दैट इवेंट एंड ट्रांजेक्शन एंड इन रिजल्ट दे विल गेट द प्रोफार्मा फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन. दोज इवेंट एंड ट्रांजेक्शन कैन बी इन द नेचर ऑफ मर्जर एंड एक्विजिशन एंड स्पिन ऑफ और डाइवेस्टमेंट और रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग. करेक्ट. क्यों करना है ऐसा? ताकि जो इन्वेस्टर है, बिकॉज दिस इंफॉर्मेशन इज गोइंग टू बी पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोस्पेक्टस, सो दिस so the prospective investors, they can make some decisions about investing and all of that, about that corporate action of that entity based on this PFFI. Now in the rest of the session we are going to talk, we are going to say PFFI in place of pro forma financial information. What is your objective under this? The objective is to obtain reasonable assurance that the PFFI has been compiled in all material respect by the responsible party as per the applicable criteria. The goal here, and second objective, is to report in accordance with the practitioner finding. Now the goal here is to understand what is applicable criteria. So applicable criteria is the criteria used by the responsible party for compiling this information, and this criteria can be established by the standard setting organization or by the law regulation, and if the applicable criteria does not exist, the responsible party may develop it. Right? Now comes the compilation. What does it mean by entity responsible party compiling the information, financial pro forma financial information? The responsible party will gather the information, classify the information, summarize and present the financial information that illustrates the impact of event and transaction. Right? What is that impact of event and transaction? That it had already occurred on an earlier date selected for the purpose of the illustration. Right? Now, the goal here is to understand how the entity is going to do that. What is the steps involved? So entity will first identify the unadjusted financial information जिसके ऊपर adjustment होने वाला है. Then they will make the pro forma adjustment and then they will present the resulting PFFI along with the accompanying disclosures in the prospectus. Now the goal, one more thing we have to understand, we have understood what is the responsible party's responsibility. Then what is your responsibility? What is practitioner responsibility? So the practitioner responsibility is nothing. You have no responsibility when it comes to the compiling the PFFI. Then what are we doing over here? So our sole responsibility is to report on, I'm coming to point 2, our sole responsibility is to report on whether the PFFI has been compiled in all material respect by the responsible party on the basis of the applicable criteria that we have just studied. Not just that, they will have to give a reasonable assurance to whether the compilation of PFFI involve performing, it is a reasonable assurance engagement in which you will report on the compilation of PFFI involving performing of certain procedure. What procedure? To assess whether the applicable criteria used by the responsible party is providing reasonable basis for the presentation of significant effect of those event and transaction. Then what are the steps involved for the practitioner for actually doing, obtaining the reasonable assurance? So practitioner will first accept the engagement, then he will plan and perform the engagement, then he will obtain written representation, he will form an opinion, and he will prepare the assurance report. How he is going to accept that engagement? First, the very first thing, he will see what is my competence and capability to perform this engagement. Second, you will have the preliminary knowledge about the responsible party. You will have the preliminary knowledge based on the engagement and the discussion with the responsible party, on the basis of which you can assess whether the applicable criteria is suitable and ensure that the pro forma financial information is not misleading. Then you will evaluate the wording of the law regulation to ensure that the practitioner can actually issue this report or opinion based on SAE 3420. Then if unadjusted financial information or the equity or diversity financial information comes from the audited or reviewed source, then you have to see whether it includes any modified or emphasis of matter paragraph, which if the law or regulation permits you to put in your practitioner report, you will put the reference of that in your practitioner report. Point 5 says if the historical financial information of your client is never audited, that means you will have to obtain sufficient understanding of the accounting and financial reporting practices. If this is the event and transaction is about an acquisition of any entity, so that entity will be called the acquiry. Then in that case, you have to see if the acquiry financial information has never been audited or reviewed, then determine whether the practitioner can gain sufficient understanding of the acquiry's accounting and financial reporting practice. Then you will obtain acknowledgement from the responsible party about the three things. First, ask them to give you in writing that they are adequately disclosing the applicable criteria to the intended user. If it is not already in the public domain, then ask them to give you in writing whether they have compiled the PFFI on the basis of applicable criteria, and they have to provide the practitioner with access to all the information, additional information, access to the people within the entity's advisor in this case of a prospectus and IPO, and the access to the people in the acquiry entity, right? Now, after you have done this acceptance wala part, you will have to plan and perform the engagement. When you plan and perform the engagement, you will have to do 7 things. First, you will see whether the applicable criteria is suitable. Second, you will have to determine the materiality so that you are able to give an opinion whether the PFFI is compiled in all material respect as per the applicable criteria. Then you will understand how entity is compiling the PFFI. Then you obtain evidences about the appropriateness of the sources of that unadjusted financial information. Then you will obtain evidences about the pro forma adjustment, whether it is appropriate or not. But then you will see whether the presentation is proper or not. And then you will read the other information given in the prospectus where PFFI is also embedded to identify कि कुछ material inconsistencies तो नहीं है, right? Then remember, you are supposed to obtain the written representation. There were 2 written representations you were obtaining. First, whether the responsible party has identified all the event and transaction that would require adjustment, and second, whether the PFFI has been prepared as per the applicable criteria. Only 2 written representation. Now, here is a point where you need to form an opinion. Now, here you have to be very careful. If PFFI has been prepared in all material respect as per the applicable criteria, you will issue unmodified opinion. No problem at all. But if it is not prepared in all material respect as per the applicable criteria, you will issue modified opinion. But the problem here is law regulation may preclude you to give any modification in the report which is going to be part of the prospectus. Then what will you do? You call the responsible party and tell them to correct that PFFI, because you are not able to issue a modified opinion. If they change it, issue the unmodified opinion. If they don't, then withdraw from the engagement or consider the legal advice, right? And if the law regulation does not preclude you from giving any modification, then go ahead and modify the opinion. Can you include a EOM para in your report on this kind of assurance? The answer is yes. If you have found any matter while you have given any modified or unmodified opinion, but you have found any matter that you want to which is fundamental to the user understanding and which is already disclosed in the PFFI, and you feel it is fundamental for the people who are going to read this, please include that. No problem, emphasis, you can do that. Is there anything that I have left from this, guys? No? Everything is covered? Or were you able to recall the points? Just one more reading from your end. Maybe we'll cover this in the spaced marathon only. Don't spend too much time on this. You will be able to recall everything, right? I'll close the recording.